Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. 3 news stories await us today, and in this episode, we're going to see first the lady who has the ability to identify a shop employee by his walk. Second story about a guy who thought that if you spoke a different language, you definitely worked here. And a third story about a lady who wanted to bring OP to her boss, but she didn't know that the boss was her mother. So, I hope you've already subscribed to the channel so you don't miss a new video every single day, and let's get started. What do you mean I walk like an employee? It was a chilly day in late fall, and I'm bundled up against the cold. Where I live, it's one Jack Frost sneeze from winter descending like an avalanche upon my town. Seriously, the instant that guy gets the sniffles, we go from cold to clear and icy and 3 feet of snow, no in between. Like, achoo, then a rumble, then whoom, snow. Anyway, on to the story. I'm shopping with my mother in a big box store. My mom, who has the touchy-feelies for a set of flannel pajamas that would keep you warm in dead winter, is basically a foot away from me. And I'm patiently wandering near our cart, waiting for her to decide if she loves them enough to pile them on top of our salad vegetables. Hark, a voice like the sweet seductive call of a high-pitched stereotypical valley girl in a heart-shattering daily humdrum. Excuse me, hello, excuse me, I'm talking to you, I don't appreciate being ignored. This delightful hag-reven screech is delivered at high speed, likely the product of several cups of coffee where the water was substituted with Red Bull. She rattles off her entire spiel so quickly that I'm still struggling to sort out actual words and acknowledge that someone is trying to get my attention. I turn around and find that the stereotype is true, down to the finest detail. Standing behind me is a blonde, legally blonde stunt double wannabe in 6-inch stilettos, hair held in place with a mountain of hair gel, carting around a giant purse that, contains a pint-sized rat dog. She has a smartphone plastered to her ear and she's chewing on gum like a cow chews its cud, occasionally popping it for emphasis. I open my mouth to kindly inform her that she's made a mistake, but she rushes on, I'm looking for a box from blah 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 brand in blurty blue flavor and I can't seem to find it. She then stops and looks at me expectantly. I develop Forrest Whitaker eye as I attempt to translate the string of words. There are a few seconds of silence, then annoyance spills through me. I say, pretending to care. That's a tough one. I'm afraid I don't know. Huh, what do you mean you don't know? Lady, I'm wearing a black hoodie. I'm not wearing a uniform or a name tag. I'm standing right here next to a grocery cart with my purse in it. And before you came over to me, I was talking to my mother. I take a deep breath, look her in the eye and say, ma'am, take a good look at me. What in the hell makes you think I work here? Oh, I don't know. You walk like an employee, so I thought... Me? Really? Really? Here's an idea, princess. Hang up your overpriced phone, pay attention to your surroundings. I don't work here. I suggest you find someone who actually does. She's clearly not listening to a word I say. Look, I need help finding this. Can't you just help me find it anyway? So I give her my best glare and say flatly, no. Oh my God, you're so rude. I want to talk to your manager. I no longer feel the slightest need to be polite to this moron. Well, sucks to be you. I turn to my mother, who's been watching with a combination of amusement and exasperation, and say, it happened again. Do I emit a pheromone or something? We walk away, and I can hear her complaining into her phone about how rude some people are and they don't deserve to work for Big Box Store. I don't think it actually registered that I don't work there. Karen, that's your own fault for walking like that. Next time, crawl. And our next story for today. I spoke Armenian and paid the price. So I'm Armenian American and I look kind of Armenian and kind of American. But I have a ginger beard and I was wearing basketball shorts and a black t-shirt along with my white gold necklace. I went to Best Buy with a friend and his mother and we were in the home theater section. I love me some home theater. As I'm helping them pick out some speakers and explaining, in Armenian, how the home theater components work, I feel a tug on my necklace. Now, this necklace was given to me by my father from his now-deceased mother, and he gave it to me. It means a lot to me. And I felt the tug on my chain. I turn around angrily and see a man in his mid-40s or so, I'll call him A for a-hole, and M will be me. A. Snidely, can you hurry up with them and help out the rest of the people here? And you shouldn't be talking a foreign language in America, especially while you're working. Me. I don't work here. And if you touch me again, we're going to have a problem. A. You don't get to talk to customers like that and still have a job. Where's your manager? This isn't whatever crap hole you came from. You can't treat people like this. The irony was not lost on me, and I was getting very mad. My friend knows that when I start smiling while I'm angry, I get a little stupid. So he tells me to relax and kind of guides me away from the guy. Security's coming over at this point as the a-hole has decided to follow my friend and me. A-hole keeps ranting, and I'm trying to stay calm. My friend's doing his best impression of a peace-filled monk. For context, I have a shaved head to go with the beard, and I don't look super friendly, although I try to be most of the time. Security comes over to me first and asks me to go with him. I agree and tell my friend and his mother to come and get away from the a-hole. As security's walking with us to sort out what's going on, the a-hole decides to poke the side of my face. This causes a problem. As I push a-hole away angrily, thankfully my friend grabs me and keeps me from retaliating. A-hole then spits on my friend while trying to spit on me, and then he says some more racist things. Security goes to grab the guy, but before he gets there, we hear a loud smack and see a-hole stumble a few steps to the left. My friend's mother, she's in her late 50s, we're both in our 20s, had taken off her thick-soled immigrant sandal and smacked the man on the side of the face. Hard. Very hard. If anyone knows what those sandals are like, they are the ultimate weapon in the hand of a mother. I'd rather deal with a Navy SEAL than a mother in those sandals. Security tackles the guy, my friend calms down the mother, and cops arrive. After reviewing the tape and taking statements, the guy gets arrested for a couple of counts of assault. I get confused for a worker all the time, especially if I speak Armenian to someone else. This was the first time it had gotten physical, and only the third time I'd had a confrontational exchange about it. I couldn't believe it actually happened for another couple of hours, and to be honest, I'm still weirded out about it. We ended up getting a sweet deal on some ELAC speakers for him, so it was a net positive experience. No matter what, Mama's chupel, chacleta, or thick soles always seem to end the argument. And we move on to our third story for today. Angry mother screams in my face and tries to get me fired by my mother. My mom was working at a store in the town I used to live in as an assistant manager. I would visit her often with my dad while she was at work, often helping out and talking to the cashiers on shift while there. One day, I went by to see her after picking up my boyfriend. She was stocking the shelves when I came up behind her. Me, hey Mom, I'll take over this if you want to go do other stuff. Mom, are you sure? Where's your boyfriend? Me, oh, he's just grabbing some snacks and stuff. We're going to have a movie night. After talking about what our plans were, she got called up to the front to deal with a return. While she was up front, I decided to stock the shelves for her. A couple minutes after I started stocking shelves, my boyfriend came over asking me if I knew where the soda is. Since I do go to the store often, I walked him over to the aisle and then went back to stocking shelves. I was finally almost done when I got an aggressive tap on my shoulder. Turning around, I was faced with an angry lady with a sunburn and a "can I speak to your manager" haircut. We'll refer to her as SW. Looking at her confused, I didn't know what to do. Me, hello, can I help you? SW, finally, I need you to give me the key for the changing rooms. Me, oh, I'm sorry ma'am, I don't work here. If you ask the cashiers, they have the keys for the changing rooms. The SW started to raise her voice at me. Let's say I wasn't even in something that looked like a uniform. The managers wore khakis or black pants with a deep blue t-shirt and the name on it. Cashiers wore khakis and the same t-shirt as the managers. I was in a gray crop top and some blue jean shorts. SW, don't you lie to me. I saw you helping that other guy earlier, and you're stocking shelves. Me, who's stuttering. Miss, that was my boyfriend. I'm just trying to help my mom. SW, I don't believe you. Now give me the key, you little bee, and stop your effing stuttering. At this point, my boyfriend heard and came over to see me freaked out and SW yelling in my face. BF, what are you doing yelling at my girlfriend? SW pointed at me. She refused to help me and threatened me when I asked again. BF, you think I'm dumb? She isn't even dressed like an employee. What do you think she's gonna do? You're like 5'11". She's only 4'9". SW, don't you lie to me too. I'm going to talk to her manager and get her fired. SW then grabbed my arm and led me to the front of the store where my mom was talking with the cashier. My boyfriend followed behind, telling her to stop and let me go. Once we walked by the cash register, my mom finally saw us. She was about to ask what was going on when SW interrupted her. SW, this employee refused to help me when I asked and threatened to hurt me. I want her fired now. Mom, I'm sorry, ma'am. That's my daughter, and she doesn't work here. I'm going to ask you right now to let her go, and then I will help you. SW, excuse me? This little bee needs to be taught a lesson. Mom, ma'am, if you don't let her go, I will call the cops. You're obviously hurting her arm. Once my mom said this, SW looked like she realized she was going to be in big trouble, then proceeded to let me go and bolt out the door. After she left, my mom, boyfriend, and the other cashiers had a laugh about it while my boyfriend purchased the snacks for our movie night. Honestly, she's not exactly wrong in asking you, but what she did was far off limits. Thanks so much for watching the video all the way to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.